Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Be the Sepia Scholar, dropping in for a quick chat. Hope this video finds you happy, blessed, and loved. It's been a minute, so I want to drop on and do an actual full video. So I'm very well aware that I came out of nowhere with this. And I'm a shout out to the replay gang, everybody who's going to watch it afterwards and leave the comments. I want to shout out all the new subscribers. Shout out to people who have been supporting me. One special new subscriber. Hi, Chevy. How you doing? Thank you for jumping on my channel and supporting me. And definitely go support Chevy DTV. Either way, as I said, I'm Be the Sepia Scholar, and this channel is about grown-up conversations, reactions, and reviews. So I want to do a little bit of hot topics or stuff that was hot to me that's been going on in these streets, because there has been a lot going on. I took a break to work on some projects, and they are coming to fruition. They are coming along. And one of the reasons I'm also I was going to take a break from the channel, put a post up and everything. But you have to keep the channel going in order to stay in the algorithm and keep you guys coming back. Thank you. I'm almost to 1,000, y'all. So do me a favor and share this video. Share other videos. I have lots of playlists. If you like books, I got playlists with book reviews. If you like retro movies, I have retro movies. If you want to talk about dating, I have chats on that. Probably gonna drop a couple more of those. You know, I'm sick about. Oh my god, I'm sick. Anyways, I have everything on this channel. I pretty much do a little bit of everything because it matches my personality. So, what I wanted to kick off talking about, because I think that it's important. So, while I was off on my hiatus, I kept hearing about a submarine that went down to go see the Titanic. Now, the Titanic is one of my favorite movies. Leonardo DiCaprio, love it. Long as hell, but can sit through it. James Cameron did an amazing job. And I kept hearing people talking about this submarine, with a whole lot of very rich people on it. Look up the billionaire. Apparently, he had a bunch of patents. And I was like, what is going on? And then I started seeing all these memes, all these memes, all these videos. And one of my favorite ones is when somebody went down there to go find their man because they couldn't find him, and he said he was on a submarine, and she thought that he was out there with a whole nother lady. But it was hilarious to me. But of course, it was serious because there's people lives down there. And so I was like, okay, let me find out more about it. And oh my gosh, so I'm gonna go into Sepia scholar mode a little bit. So the more I learned about it, so apparently there was 5 people on there, and one of them was a 19-year-old who did not want to go, but he went on there because his dad said it would make his Father's Day special. Peer pressure. Okay, sad. But I'm just finding out that, okay, so apparently they were going down and they were on descent. They hit 3,500 feet and gone, and they were searching for them. And I said, okay, let me look more into this. What went wrong? Because if you know what I do for a living, it's right up my alley. So I was watching this video with James Cameron, and come to find out, they made this submarine out of wound fiber, and it wasn't like a homogeneous material, which means it wasn't all steel, all titanium. So they had no idea how this thing was gonna fail. They gave it one pressure test. And if you know about science, something can fail later on or whatever. When they didn't know what the material was going to do, because if you do just steel, it's just titanium, you know how it's going to act. You could test it, take it down there. And that's why the submarine was not certified. So 5 people went down there. And James Cameron was talking about the dude who did Titanic and Avatar. He said that he knew that they were gone on Monday. He has no idea why they sent those people out there to rescue those folks when they knew they were gone, because apparently the transponder was in a whole different pressurized case, if you know anything about that, from the communication. And when they lost communication and the transponder, he knew those people were gone. He sent out an email. He told those people to stop going down there looking for the Titanic. You got enough movies, you got enough documentaries. Give it up. Just go watch it. Go watch a movie. But they went down there and they're gone. So it caused all types of crazy stuff. I guess Cardi B inserted herself into it, talking trash. I guess the billionaire had a stepson. Shout out to the step parents out there, because there's some that are better than actual parents at taking care of the kids. But the stepson went to some Blink 182 concert, and then Cardi B came out the back and said it was better for you to have money or whatever. I mean, not have money and have people that care about you. Believe me, I know. Versus having money and nobody caring that you're down there lost, that the boy should have been home praying. He promptly cussed Cardi B out. And so Cardi B came out. Tasha K came out to talk trash about Cardi B. And if you don't know, Tasha K got sued by Cardi B and lost $4 million in a $4 million lawsuit. And so Cardi B had words for Tasha K and said, "Be quiet before I take your children's college fund too." So it got really, really ugly between those two. And I think Tasha K brought out receipts that Offset is cheating again. And she was like, "Don't worry about my man cheating. I know how to leave him and I'll get another rich dude after him. Just stop bringing this stuff to me." And I was like, this is just a big, big old cluster. So it went from Submarine to Cardi B to Tasha K to Offset. It was all over the place. So that's the first topic I wanted to chat on. But the next topic I wanted to talk about is Tia Mowry. So she got her divorce from Corey Hardick. And if you don't know who Tia Mowry is, she was on Sister Sister. She married Corey Hardick back when they were working on a movie together. And he was young. He was flat broke. She had made her childhood money. And lucky for her, if you don't know, their divorce got finalized and he got $0. He got nothing. No alimony, no child support, but they did split the custody, and they made an agreement to not talk bad about each other in front of the kids and not to introduce anyone to anyone else unless they've been dating for 6 months. Yes, be careful you introduce your kids. Don't introduce them unless it's serious, because it could be a big old disaster. So I agree with that. But a lot of people are trying to figure out if Corey cheated, what went wrong. She says she graduated from her marriage. Apparently you can graduate from your marriage like you can from college. But luckily she listened to her dad and it had an ironclad prenup, even though Corey was about to act up. He was about to act up. But she was like, "Nope, you're not getting any." So she got out of there. Unlike Mary J. Blige, who got hit up by Kendu, I think paying like $50,000 a month, something crazy. And then you had who else got messed up in their divorce? Wendy Williams. Well, she's winning now because she's sick. She doesn't have to pay Kevin his alimony, and he's having to sell everything. And the lady who he had as a side chick for 10 years was like, "Oh, the money gone, I'm out." So she's about to leave with the baby or whatever. So that's what's been going on in these streets. Let me see. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about this Summer Walker and Lil Meat situation and Jess Hilarious. So Jess Hilarious has been on the Breakfast Club for a really, really a good little while. I guess she's taking Angela Yee's spot. And I'm like, I think she's kind of going down the path. I love Jess Hilarious, by the way. Love her brother even more, Desi. But it's really, really crazy the path she's going down, because we see her at one moment defending Russell Simmons. And I don't think there's no defense for Russell Simmons for me. People were saying that, they shouldn't have put the family business out in the street. But this man has been acting up this entire time. But I know a lot of you guys defend your faves all the time, no matter what they do. And if he's been acting crazy, she needs to be able to speak up on it, because she says he has a lot of power in the business. She was sitting on there. Aoki Lee was on there boohoo crying because she said her career as a lawyer is probably going to be done or in the business, because he has so many ties. He calls them just to call their mom a B and the C word. And she had him on video. Apparently everybody was like, "Why didn't she put the sound on?" or whatever. That's because he's not really saying what she's saying. He said, okay, if you don't know, when you go on FaceTime, if you try to screen record, it mutes. So that's why there was no sound. The more you know, the more you grow. But either way, everybody's known about Russell Simmons, Diddy, all these hip hop dudes. The wives that were married to them knew, and now they're kind of like Nisa Hilton said something about Diddy. Here comes Kimora Lee Simmons, and her hands are dirty as hell too. But I feel bad for the kids, because they're trying to express what the issue is. Because I think how it started off was Ming Lee posted when it was Father's Day. She posted her mom, and I can't stand when kids or people tell moms Happy Father's Day. That is not a man. Salute your mom on Mother's Day. She's not a man. She doesn't need to be saluted on Father's Day. I never agree with that. I don't care if she's the mother, the father, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. She does not need to be saluted on Father's Day. It drives me freaking nuts. So I think that they needed to put him on Front Street because he's in Bali running from them SA charges. There's a whole documentary about it. He can't come back. So Kimora Lee and her husband, her fake husband, ran off with the bag twice because he was trying to be shady. She was shady. And they took her to court and she got off. So whatever evidence he had was not enough. So she ran off with the bag 2-3 times, and sorry to that man. He lost his money. So let's go on to the next topic. So before I talk about this topic, so I post a lot of shorts on this channel. So I wanted to explain to a couple people, not that I have to explain how I run my channel, but life as a content creator. So I've been having some really interesting run-in with men in particular. So I had spoken to some folks about basically how there is a gender war going on, men versus women, and how especially Black men versus Black women. And I kind of, I've been kind of sitting on the side because I told myself as a 40-plus-year-old woman that I'm not arguing with somebody's son. I've had enough. If you come at me with craziness and foolishness, I'm not going to argue with you. I may listen to your point, but if you come crazy with it, I'm going to just let you have your moment and we're going to keep it moving. So I'm going to give you 3 instances. So I do my shorts and my longer videos have less views. Thank you to the people who watch my videos, right? But the shorts have thousands of views. And what I noticed is that when I posted a short with anybody's save on it, people will come and live their best life in my comments, have no real reason to, there was no real logic to what they were saying. They were just living their best life in my comments. And I usually wouldn't have a problem, but they would be, trolling other people, trolling me, whatever was going on. And I would get thousands of views. So the comments would just be going crazy. And anybody who saw this channel, how I started this channel from the beginning, knows this is a hobby for me. Right? I mean, I'm working it, but it's a hobby for me. So when I post the shorts, I usually don't open the comments unless I know it's a topic where people aren't going to go crazy. So there's certain people I put up there and I knew there was going to be a problem, but I said what I had to say about it. And I'm about to say it again. And then on my long videos, I leave the comments open. If you don't get disrespectful, you can stay. You can say whatever you like, right? But if you get disrespectful, fine. So one of the videos that caused somebody literally went through my shorts to find one that was open. It was a vision board. It was a vision board short. That's the only reason I left it open. So he came along and he was like, oh, you must know that people are going to disagree with what you're saying. And that's why you turn off some whole big long soliloquy ticked off. Okay. I'm like, oh, I forgot I even left that short open, the comments open on that short. So I'm like, oh, okay, what do you want? What do you disagree with? What would you like to go back? Because I'm open to conversation. No, I would love to hear your point of view on things. I said, okay, what do you want to hear my point of view on? Nothing. This man went back and forth with me for at least 10 comments or whatever. Never told me what the heck he wanted and what my point of view on. Because I love to run my mouth. I have no issue with telling you what I think, exactly what I think. So that's the first thing that happened. Then I'm on TikTok. If you haven't gone on my TikTok, I'm Big Bad V Smitty on TikTok. So some of the videos I put on here, I put on TikTok. Okay, put a video. I forgot all about it. It was about put a ring on it. And there was one gentleman on there who made comments about single mothers. So I didn't really have it. And he said his mom was a single mother. He feels like he's high value. So, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. He feels like he's high value. And so he doesn't feel like he should date a single mother. They're like, okay, But he was there to date a single mother on the show. And if you've never seen The Promise to Put a Ring on It, you people who have been together a long time go there because they haven't put a ring on it, and they go on dates and they decide if they want to stay together or leave. So they meet these dates. This man has such hostility towards this woman, it made no sense at all. So the host read him for filth, and he had an attitude like his whole demeanor. I didn't care that he didn't like single mothers, but it was weird that he was going so hard. So I made this video about all the couples. So I get a ping on my TikTok, and this person was like, "Oh my God, your video is so manipulative. It doesn't. I don't know if it was. It's clickbait. I was like, what? Me? Me?" So I laughed because I didn't know what the hell this man was talking about. So I responded, and I was like, "Unintelligent. Oh, you're passionate about this. Okay. Like, are you all right?" And it turned into a whole conversation. And then pretty much he was like, "Would you go on a date with the, would it be okay if he told you he didn't like single mothers on a date?" I said, "Oh yeah, that would be perfectly fine. If he said he didn't like single mothers on a date." But I'm like, how the hell will we get on this date if he's not even my type? And it was like so shocking. Like, I've had people come to me and ask me when Kevin Samuel was rating people, how did I feel about it? I said, he can rate people all day. I mean, that's on him. They go on there for him to rate. I said, so how he talks to people is crazy sometimes. I especially enjoyed it when he tore down the men. It gave me life a little bit because how he said it. It was still wrong, but how he said it. But it was funny because I was like, you don't find Kevin Samuels attractive? I'm like, he's all right. I said, if anything, I like tall men, so I'll be like, okay, this man is tall, but overall, he would not be my cup of tea. This man did not believe me that I did not find Kevin. He's like, is it because he wouldn't? I said, the same way he wouldn't find me attractive, I wouldn't find him attractive either, because he's genuinely not my type. It's not because of what he's saying. And it's like so weird how men cape so hard for other men and their looks. It's very strange. That leads me into another encounter where life as a content creator has been interesting. Another encounter where some gentleman was talking on TikTok. I joined the live. He tried to pull me into the live. Nice dude, nice looking dude, cool, all that good talking. But he was talking about the gender wars. I said, Lord. So he was kind of hostile when he was talking about it. And there was this lady he was going off on. He kept trying to add me to the live. I was like, okay, I was doing something. I think I was getting ready for some medical thing. I said, I can't be added to the live. And later on, and he was so hostile. And I'm thinking, even when other men were trying to answer the questions, he was like just nasty. Said, I don't want to be in a relationship where we have a D-swinging contest. And why are women so mad? And why don't they feel protected? Like, let us answer before you go off, right? So next thing you know, he comes to my inbox, which I don't care, that's cool. He comes to my inbox and he's like, can I call you or whatever? And I'm like, huh? I was like, as irate as you were acting, I don't think that wouldn't even be, hell no. we were gonna cuss each other out. I said, huh? But I said it very politely. I said, based on what I saw on the live, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm not gonna tell you how that all ended, but it was crazy. Last but not least, the obsession with Black women's hair. So one of my favorite YouTubers is Janice Hilton. And she pretty much did a video about natural hair, how she has her natural hair, and there's men who clown. But you get mad when women wear the wigs. I personally think if you're obsessed with women's hair and keep insulting them, that you're probably suspect. That's the Sepia's thoughts. That's me. Constantly. Keyword constantly. There was literally a man who started going back and forth, and he told me that the reason that we have single mother homes is because of weave and wigs. replay gang, please feel free to let me know if you heard this hypothesis that the reason that the Black community has single family homes. I keep saying, cause I'm about to try to buy something. Single mother homes is because of weaves and wigs, y'all. I was like, oh my, like I had those 4 interactions, I think on the same day. I said, you know what? I need to take a break before I cut somebody's dusty son out. I said, let me go sit down. But then I realized I couldn't take a break because my shows are coming back. If you don't know, Ready to Love is coming back. And just like that came back. That's why I originally started the channel, are coming back. So I have to do those reviews. But baby, it's been really, really, really crazy. So let me talk about one more personal thing, and then we'll talk about what I really wanted to get into. Well, I never even said what the topic is that pisses people off. That topic would be Sukiana and YK Osiris sticking his dirty, nasty, mucusy tongue, trying to shove it down her throat. I was so disappointed in us, you guys. I was so disappointed. And the Jocelyn Hernandez thing had just happened. I almost went to that fight, not the actual throwing of hands, the Mayweather fight. Everything was so low vibrational and so dusty. Oh my God. It was like seeing that girl get jumped. And then, like I said, YK Osiris sitting here and not understanding consent. And then Meek Mill coming out the back, wherever the hell he came from, telling her to forgive him. And she said she was scared to not forgive him because I'd be scared too. Because based on what you guys do when a victim comes out, how you guys look at what Aoki Lee, you guys dogged her out. Look at Meg Thee Stallion. Anytime a victim comes out, you guys don't believe them, and it becomes a problem. So why would people feel safe around you guys? The proverbial you guys. Why would people feel victims? People have been knowing what Trey Songz allegedly been doing all this time. People knew what R. Kelly was doing. People knew what everybody was doing. People knew what all these hip hop guys were doing. But as especially a woman of color, why the hell would I feel safe? If something happened to me, if something happened to me, I couldn't go to my brothers and be like, this happened to my actual brothers. Yeah, they gonna see about me. But actual like the community, no. And that's why I appreciated Dr. Umar, my Pan-African prince. That's actually Malcolm X. Anyways, my crush. He when he stuck up for Sukiana, I was like, man. And then they tried to compare it to when she did that, she did that eating a ninja ass song, which every time that song play, I just want to run in the other direction. So I know what she's known for. But even during the time of COVID, even if she was sitting there naked, why would you take your nasty? I'm just so disgusted just thinking about it. I'm just so disgusted. I don't know what to do with it. And all that quote unquote sexy, nasty stuff she was doing that with her man. Those are her men. They consented to that. So it's super crazy that you guys would think it was okay. And it was men and women. It was really ridiculous. It didn't make any sense. But anyway, so I commented on that and said, I thought it was kind of weird that everybody's like, she just said, you know what, never mind, forget that this man who could have had a disease stuck his tongue in my mouth. Forget about it. It's okay, I'll be over here. I know I drink because I'm emotional and everything, but don't worry about it. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. No, this is low vibration. It made me not even want to go outside for days because people do not understand consent. It's really, really crazy that people do not understand consent. But either way, let's move on. So, I wanted to talk about, if you don't know, I want to talk about these two people. This is what the video is mainly about. Let me find their pics. Like I said, shout out to the replay gang. This is just a quick chat for me to come and do a video. I missed you guys. I haven't done this in a while. This is Simone and Rashid. And they were on one of my favorite seasons of Ready to Love. I do reviews of that show when it comes back. I got to do the cast reaction special. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe it'll drop. So, because I already prepared it. Look at me being prepared. But anyways, they weren't together on the show, because when they were on the show, Rashid was in a love triangle with Kalani, or whatever, not Kalani, because that's a singer, Kalafi, whatever his name was, and Adriana, and he was going after a totally different girl. That girl is beautiful. The girl he went after. Not saying that Simone isn't, but after that they started dating. They say they fell in love. They started doing a podcast together. They became friends. They fell in love, and long story short, they were together. So as I was having my hiatus, I keep seeing Rashid popping up on my timeline. I'm like, why are you here, sir? What's going on? What did you do? So he gets on there, and I see this 1.5-hour long video where he's talking about how he was young. When he was young, he had a learning disability. He was a narcissist. All this big, long, drawn out video to tell us that him and Simone were no longer getting married. Because what they did was they got together after the show, and then they came back to be an example of love on Ready to Love Miami. And to me, I was never here for them. I'm gonna just tell the truth. They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for me with the torches. It did not look real to me. It did not look real. It looked very performative. I'm with It's J Dub. Shout out to It's J Dub. It did not look real to me. Okay, and I'm like, what? Maybe I would look fake if I was on TV all booed up and happy as hell with somebody. I don't know, but it didn't look real. So I was like, okay, they cute, they booed up. So he's on there doing This Is My Confession. Basically, he said he was $250,000 in debt, and he wasn't going to. Simone basically called the wedding off. They weren't getting married because they were supposed to get married back in April, and they postponed it. And now they weren't getting married again because he couldn't come up with his part of the money. So I'm like, hold up. She dumped him for not being able to come up with his part of the money. Something is wrong with this story. What? Come to find out, so everybody was waiting around. All heck was breaking loose. All heck was breaking in the Ready to Love universe. All heck was breaking loose. And I'm like, we need to hear Simone's side of the story. And Simone, I had a bone to pick with Simone. She's a beautiful lady, very smart lawyer, and she does background checks on YouTube. That's her content. She did one on Derek Jackson. I still haven't watched that one. She saved women's lives by doing background checks before they get married to make sure they don't marry into some foolishness. And she also did one on, I didn't like when she did that whole background check on Jeffrey, because she was like, don't have babies with men that aren't your husband. She was real sassy because I think Jeffrey came in her comments and talked trash. So she got really, really sassy about it. And baby, foolery. I got cussed out behind Jeffrey. I was never for Jeffrey, but the way people were acting, I was like, oh no. So I said, okay, she was a controversial character on Ready to Love. So with her time came around, I was like, well, how the hell Simone didn't know that his background was messed up and he had all this debt? Come to find out, his house was in his mom's name. A couple other things were in his mom's name. And he said his credit score was 500. And he needed to pay back some debt. So she finally came out on, I think she went on Kamisha Reviews first, but I watched the Little Black Book. I love you, Kojo. Hey, Kojo. Little Black Book interview. And I saw you with your little chest out. Was you shooting your shot? Kojo, thank y'all. He buff. So if you don't know, now you know. But either way, he was out interviewing. He's an amazing interviewer. And she went on there, and baby, she made me feel bad. I still think this might have been a breakup for likes and views and everything, but we'll see, because I think she's going to take them back. But she got on there, and the story she told was a cautionary tale for everybody. I said, okay. She got on there, and she said they got together. She knew that he had financial issues. She's a lawyer. She went on, she did his background, and a lot of stuff she didn't see because it was in his mother's name. When she figured out he had a spending problem, because Simone always said she needed a man who was willing to provide for her, take her out on her birthdays, all this other stuff like that. He was doing that. But one of her red flags was every time a big date would be coming up and it was supposed to be something he was supposed to do for her, all of a sudden he didn't have it or something was wrong and he couldn't do it. And I've been through that where all the other dates are important, but when it comes to something that you need done or something you want to do, the person is not available or they ain't got it, something happened, boom, baby, I ain't got it. Let me take the glasses off for this. Boom, baby, I ain't got it. It was like he wasn't prioritizing those things, right? But everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's so nice. I love him. He's so sweet, baby." When she started telling it, she was telling it. So she was like, "Oh, she was like, yeah, I knew he was broke. You gave her lawyer services to go get his debt forgiven, get his like $10,000 in debt here. She went and helped him get a PPP loan. Y'all need these damn PPP loans, Lord. She went and helped him. She basically was building a man. She was building a man. And I learned my lesson. I am never doing it again. That's why I get so angry when they say black women, when that Ebony K. Williams, I stand with Ebony K. Williams. When she came out and said, when they were like, oh, listen to Ebony K. Williams, well, black women don't want to work with you. You know how many black women I know that work with their man and uplifting them and building them? Only you're building him for the next woman. Because when a man is in a place where he's not happy and he's not his purpose, I used to sit and watch Alpha Male Strategies videos. Shout out to you. I know who you are. Alpha Male Strategies videos. And one thing I used to be agreeing with him on is if you're not in your purpose, if you haven't reached your purpose, you're not going to be worth a damn to anybody. Not because you're not worthy yourself. You're going to not feel worthy, and you're not going to, whatever woman you pick during that time is not going to be the woman you end up with, because you're going to feel like she was there with you during your struggle. Yeah, so she basically was like, she's getting up there. She's going to help this man. She got a PPP loan. She went to credit court to get stuff dismissed. She took him to therapy, got him on ADHD medicine, got him financial counseling. He started canceling all that stuff. He didn't want to go anymore. He's like, I'm not going to go to therapy unless you go. Got rid of all that debt and started building more debt. That's how I got to it's 250 plus. Because behind her back, he was borrowing from other people to build the debt again. They were supposed to have a wedding. There was a budget. He wanted the budget to go up, knowing he didn't have the money. She was allowing him time to get the money together to have a wedding. And I think he had to get together $17,000 or something like that. And she was paying a portion of the wedding. He was paying a portion of the wedding. See, they're going y'all 50-50. There you go. Don't get me started. But anyway, because there's no such thing. But he was gonna have his portion. Her mom was gonna put in a portion, and Simone was gonna put in a portion. Baby, when he could, he basically postponed the wedding twice because he couldn't come up with his portion of the wedding money. And people were downplaying. This man lied. He was a liar. He got on there. He said, I'm a liar, I'm a manipulator, and I'm a narcissist. And why people having whole think pieces about why this man is none of these things. The man told you. He told you. Like I said, that's another lesson. If somebody tells you, like Maya Angelou, if somebody tells you who they are, believe them. They're not lying. If a person has a problem with commitment and they're telling you, or their past shows that they jump from woman to woman, your box ain't magical. It's not gonna keep them. It's not gonna keep them. So she got on here and she said told all of that, and then turned around. And like I said, I wasn't a big fan of what Simone did, but she turned around and said that she may still get back with him because she loves his bonus baby, which is his child, because he has a child. Oh, the other thing that Rashid did, he threw his ex-wife on the bus talking about she went on the job and had an affair with one of her bosses to get a promotion because they were financially strapped. You not embarrassed, sir? You not embarrassed? Oh my God, this man. Anyways, like I said, She got on there and she was crying. She said, I'm 40. I'm getting old. My hair is falling out from the stress. So this man made you, so you gonna be a bald-headed scallywag behind this man. He brought you embarrassment. He brought you audacity, and he bringing you baldness. We've all been a fool for love. I've been there. I've been a fool for love before. But once your eyes are open, you're like, oh shoot, what the hell did I do? This person is not going to do anything that you need that person to do. It's not going to happen. So she gets on there and she was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to find anybody else. And my eggs are drying up. I said, oh my God. She might be right, but if she take that man back, if she takes that man back, she's going to regret it. She made one point and I wanted to shout. Yes. She said he was already 45 years old and he had no pension. So she had to think about the fact that if she married him, he would be, and they got divorced, he would be walking off with half her pension. I implore you, men, women, children, dogs, it happens. I'm not going to tell you how I know, but it happens. If they don't have a retirement, you have a retirement. They skipping off with your retirement. I was told by a man, men have been dealing with this for the longest, so it's women's turn to get the bag taken from them. But during that time, women weren't allowed to work. What are you guys' excuses? It's dusty. It's a whirlwind. It's a dust storm. So she said all that to make excuses about he's in my backyard mowing the lawn trying to win back my love. I didn't even ask him. Girl, don't worry about him stalking you. Don't worry about him doing, if he's not coming with what he's supposed to be doing, if he hasn't went and gotten help. And then, yes, Simone went and tried to come after Tasha K. If you don't know who it is, go look it up. And Tasha K said, chill out before I pull a side chick out on you. And everybody's like, please say this man didn't run her and got a side chick too. Y'all don't get tired of being embarrassed? Y'all don't get tired of getting embarrassed? Anyways, that's what happened with Simone and Rashid. I was so disappointed. Do not build a man. You cannot save him. Let him save himself. You're going to turn into a mother figure. It's going to be bad. It's going to end badly. He's going to build up and then he's going to move on to the next woman that he doesn't see as overbearing and motherly because you helped him up. Lord have mercy. That's it. So let's end on a positive note. Let me get off my soapbox. So I went out with a beautiful group of ladies. They weren't. This means something. When I'm in this content creator world, so it feels like Black women and Black men hate each other and there's no hope, all this other stuff like that. It gets sad. And it's like, you feel like every time you get out here and try to do something, you end up like just being a clown. But I went out with these ladies. I'm not going to say where I know them from. Very accomplished ladies, beautiful ladies. They were unmelanated. I'm saying it that way for a reason because YouTube like to act up. But anyways, it was so beautiful to talk to them because I was kind of getting like discouraged and everything. And I watch Tony Gaskins and stuff, and I really appreciate his videos. And he's so anti-dating online, and he has amazing reasons for saying that. But it's so funny. I was sitting there and talking to the ladies, and majority of them at the table had met their husbands online. So we had a really funny discussion about which sites were the best ones to be on, really weird encounters, seeing people from work on there, how people would jump in your inbox and be like, how you doing, and never going anywhere, and them talking about how their husband end up standing out to them and being the one. And it was so amazing. And I got some really cool thoughts from that. So a lot of them had gotten out of long-term relationships. And one of the things they said was, take a year to be single. Enjoy yourself. Reset. Get to know yourself. It's okay. Me personally, technically, I guess I've never been single. I guess, but anyways, but yeah, I've been single. But you know, if you know, you know. So be single for a year. Then they're like, go out of your comfort zone. Date people that you would not regularly be your type. I'm learning that real quick. That would not regularly be your type. You never know what you're gonna find. And then most of them picked opposites. So if they were very high stressed, high amped, active people, their person was their calm place where they could chill and hang out and let's sit down and just, whatever. So after talking to them, I was like, So they all ended up with very different types of dudes. Man, I just want to let you know, because I just gave the women some advice. Put that effort out there. Put yourself out there. Some people are just waiting to be shown something different. To be shown something different. Love is possible. Take time to get to know yourself. If you just got out of a long relationship, take time to get to know yourself. Don't jump straight into something, because I know men don't like to be by themselves a lot of the time. But yeah. So it was an amazing, inspiring conversation. I'll talk about it more on another video, because this video is going kind of long. But yes, I have so many more hot topics that I'm probably going to start speaking on. I was trying to take my time, and they'll probably be shorter videos, but I just want to get on here and chat with you guys. So if you've made it this far, I want you to do me a huge favor and all right, this is my first shot at the hot topics. I talk about hot topics all the time. Check out my playlist. Check out all the videos that I've been putting out. Check out my shorts. If you like what you see, hit me with a like. If you love what you see, hit me with a subscribe. Like I said, shout out to my new subscribers. There are a lot of you. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'll appreciate everybody supporting me. And as I always say, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Sepia Scholar is out. Bye, y'all.